Okay, test number 1 is going to be regular versus regular, maximum everything. Who, just like, is the thing correct? Wow, real Bob is already dead, huh? Lame. Okay. Tag ESG. Tag hell. Uh, Do the test. Okay, so first test is just to determine if the regular formula actually works. Good. We'll cross the river, huh? Can I create a specific leader? Zero, zero, 1, 3. Lord Asog. Good, Lord Asog. So, wow, takes so long. Oh, jeez. Wait, what happened? Wait, but everything has to be the same. Okay, somehow it wasn't exactly the same, but I took less damage and I won. Alright. Don't know why, but sure. So, day 1. That was a good test. I guess it's the moral. Slight moral edge. Slight moral edge. So I actually took less damage, as you can see, because of the moral edge. course. That's not very smart. Roll 0 equals 4. Boom. So first test with a 0, we roll 520 damage. So we should be able to calculate. We have 10% infantry combat increase, and that's it. That's really like the only thing that matters. Rest is 100% similar, so we threw a 0, so we got no pips. All pips are cancelled. Disciplines cancelled, all the infantry combat abilities. So now, if we look at base casualties, should be 15 for every unit. Then, given the modifiers, it should be times given the modifiers, it should be times here 3.1. So 15 times 3.1 times 1.1. And then divided by military tactics, which are 3.5. All right. So let's pull out the calculator. Here we go. 15 times 3.1, all right, times 1.1, divided by 3.5, equals 14.614. 14.614. Okay. Times 40 equals 580. What? 580. Am I missing something? That should be pretty much the... So that's weird. Like, maybe it's because it's the second hit and they've already lost some troops. I don't think it would be that much though, because if you look at our front line, so they're losing a bit of strength, but they're losing like 1/20th. Slightly more, like 1/15. Losing 1/15. So 580. I'm gonna restart. Check if it checks out. With 4, it's almost double, so that seems okay. Okay, how do I throw the dice? Dice, combat dice, 0. Combat dice, 0. Nice. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe there are other modifiers I need to look at, but I think. Okay. $560 first dice. 560. How exactly? I come to 580. So unless I make some sort of mistake, but I shouldn't. EU4 casualties. Okay. So 15 plus 0. Dice result, yeah. All that is the same. So it's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Everything's 0. Good. So C base, yeah. 15 times. That's nothing. Military technology, yes. 3.1. 1.1. Okay. 1.1 times. Yeah, it makes no difference. So discipline cancels itself. And then it's 3.5. So unless I made some sort of dumb mistake, 15 times 3.1, 1.1 divided by 3.5 times 40. Yeah, somehow it should be 584, but instead it is thing. So that's weird unless I'm missing a modifier. I don't think so. Artillery, cavalry, discipline, infantry, interest, land fire. Alright, let's keep going. 522nd one, 523rd one, 320 for shock, the fire one. Wait, what? So somehow they're constantly dealing the same damage, even though regiment strength So there's like a 40 difference despite regiment strength. All right, now it's going down. So it jumped 40 quite far in. Moral difference still making nothing. All right. And we're always the one who wins. It looks like. We're always the one winning. So that's very fucking weird. So it looks like actually regiment strength operates at thresholds. All right. So there's clearly something wrong here because the thing says regiment strength. It shouldn't say regiment strength. And there's like a 2-day cycle where it's either plus 40 or minus 40. Or like it's a relative absolute difference of 40. It's a 40 delta. So that makes no fucking sense. All right. Now the second test is exactly the same, but this time with good leaders. And see if damage is different if we have better leaders. They should just cancel each other out. It should just cancel each other out. So it's 560 onto 520, huh? All right. Right. EI. I'm gonna do leader 6663. Tag ESG. Leader 6653. Lord Antichrist. Yes. Good. So this should be exactly the same. Ah, shit. Yeah. But we see it's the same. I check later on, but it's 100% the same. So no, actually it's thresholds, but it's 50% thresholds. Yeah, here it starts doing less than it could have. Okay. Let's say it's exact same thing, everything the same. And again I win. So the attacker wins the tie. So lesson 1, attacker wins the ties. Okay. So test number 1, good. So that works as it should. The second thing it works as it should is damage is same is not affected by opponent's dice, even though it looks like it. That's good. Now, knowing first damage is 560, we can test some things out. AI. AI. Good. We're gonna give myself a modifier. Which modifier? Alright, let's open up the mods. Lucid mod test event test events. All right, test fire damage 10. So event test dot 2. Okay, we get 10 fire damage. Okay, we got 600. Right? Yeah, 620. So we got 40 extra. So it looks like there's some rounding down or up. So the first. So it's. So first up, then down, down. Then up, up, down, and this one should be down as well. Down, and then up, up. Yep. So, I mean, that's, so there seems to be a random fucking 2-cycle, like 2-cycle, 2-day cycle of 10% extra, and then, or like 10% relative difference. That's okay. But yeah, so I'm dealing extra damage during fire. I'm dealing exactly what you expect. There we got 1 extra cycle in of extra regiment strength, it looks like. And here we're, wait, yeah, no, we're just still dealing 30 more. It's only 40 though, which is the weird thing. So clearly there's some rounding up or down because the game always has nice and neat numbers. Does it have nice and neat numbers here? Yeah, it does as well. Yeah, you can see that it is regiment strength. It is with strength things. Okay, it is. There are thresholds. But yeah, so 10 extra. So I should just add. If I add a 1.1 here. Is how I would think it would work. What if I do 14 times 4? It's rounded down. Casualties are rounded down. Casualties are rounded down, and that's how we get rounded down. Casualties are fucking rounded down, and still there's this random 2-day cycle. Okay. So now we know casualties are random down. We're gonna do 15.3.1 dot 1.1 dot 1.1 dot 3.5, and it's 16. Okay, 16 just rounded down. Then it's 40 times 16. That's 640. But it's 15 times 600. But what happens is, yeah, it was 15. So somewhere it rounded down before, because if it rounded down at the end, it should barely have done 640 damage. Maybe I missed the very first. Yeah, no, because that makes no difference. Because so, all right. So we're doing slightly more moral damage as well. Basically, what you'd expect of moral damage being done. Yeah. Okay. Now we do the same test. There's a weird, like, 2-day cycle going on where retry, because yeah, I'll need to. Oh man. First conclusion is the equation works. The second conclusion is kill casualties are rounded down. The third one is fire damage affects $560 went to 600. That just makes it very. Fire damage affects moral, the modifier. Casualties. Dices don't interact. The pip equation works. Maria, AI. Alright, the kill equation works. So there's weird 2-day cycle. And there's a hidden 2-day cycle. This is important. You can see it. Tests or event test.2. All right, let's see. 600, yeah. Okay, 600, 500. So up, down, down. So up, up, down, down, up. Yes. Up. Up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, etc. And there's a pattern. This is a weird, like 10% difference pattern where it is up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, like 2-day cycles where your troops deal on the cycle of the up cycle, troops deal 10% more damage, whereas on the down cycle, units deal 20 or 10% less damage. Or I don't know if they deal less or more, but relatively speaking, there's a 10 percentage difference in damage, it looks like, which is weird. Very fucking weird. Now, it's also 600. 560 goes to 600, whereas you would expect it to go to 640. 10% fire damage goes from 560 to 600 and not 640 somehow. So that makes me wonder, how exactly can we come to this in the equation? What if we did 15 times 3.1 times 1.1 divided by 3.5? It makes no fucking difference. Times 1.1. It's 16. It should be 16. Somehow it rounds down. What if I round down before dividing? What if I do 3.1 dot 1.1 dot 1.1 times 15? 56 divided by 3.5. 16 times 16 times 40 is 640. It should still be. That makes no fucking sense. That just makes no damn fucking sense. It should be 640. It should always be 640 damage with 10% extra. Somehow he rounds down. I don't know where he rounds down. It makes no difference where he rounds down. It's maybe if he rounds down here after. Why? No. Alright, whatever. Now, we're gonna see if they cancel each other out. Or not. They should cancel each other out. Okay. So I have +10 and he has -10. Okay, and now we do AI. So let's see. They don't cancel each other out. They don't cancel each other out. 7. Fire damage and fire damage reduction don't cancel each other out. You can see it. Fire damage reduction is much better than fire damage increase. Okay. So it's basically like, how though? Like, where in the equation do they fit in then? Maybe it's something like 1 plus. But then again, it's only one difference. So maybe it's because of rounding up and down, like a less rounding up and down. Like, I'll need to do all these tests again with nines on all dices and see how that goes. All right, now we'll do the 100%. Okay. Event test dot 4. 100% no fire. That's pretty good. AI, yips. Okay. 100% damage reduction. Nothing. I take nothing. Alright, so that's exactly. So fire damage, conclusion 8 is fire damage reduction does not multiply military tactics. Tactics. It's much better. Right? It's much, much better. And this means that in the following tests, 10% increase and 10% decrease will be much better, or not much at this point, but it will be significantly better than significantly better than 10% discipline. Oh yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Let's try this again. Event test dot 2 for 10%, yes. Event test dot 3 for 10%, and then give my opponent, which one is it? Test 10? What is test 10? Oh no, I should have done test 10. Right. Should have done test 10. So it's test 10 and test 6. Test 5 and test 6. Maria, you've got to see her. Yeah. Test 5 versus test 7. Test 5 versus test 7. Test dot 5. Yep. Then tag ESG. Event test dot 7. Ugh, whatever. Oh. Oh, that's great. Okay, I'll do test 6 and add. What? Alright, fine, fine. It gave me 10 extra discipline. So somehow that was not what I wanted, but it worked out, so it's all good. Perfect. Even though the moral damage will be fucked up, but that happens. Dag hell. And now we do AI. AI. Okay, so we have plus 10, 10 everything. He has 10% discipline. And we're taking more damage! Why? But 10% discipline. Unless I misview that. %10 increase and decrease? That makes no sense. How? Why? No! Okay, here same. Oh, no. My guys are better. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Alright, I misviewed. The moral's very bad though, that makes sense. Wait, what? We took more damage there. Are my guys running away or something? No. He took more. Took more. He took more. Took more. Took more. He took more. Take same. We take same. We take same. Takes more. Takes more. Takes more. Takes more. He takes more. Or same, same. 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 Takes way more. So yeah, I lose the battle despite superior quality. So yeah, 10% discipline is worse. So the other test I should be doing is infantry combat, but I don't actually have a way to increase that damage by 10%. Should be doing this test with the cannons. So I didn't make policy for it because I'm a dumbass. Test artillery, test back row. So all those tests I can't do them. Alright, I'm gonna do the same tests, but this time with 9 dices. Maria, combat dice 9. AI, AI, okay. And I can instantly check what I need to do and give myself event test dot 2. 10% extra fire. Okay, so now with 9, we'll need to do the calculations again. So with 9, everything is similar, but it's 15 plus 45 times 3.1 times 1.1 divided by 3.5 and times 1.1 for another one. Okay. So we first round down. We don't round down, so it's 60 times 3.1 times 1.1 divided by 3.5. So that's 58 dot 1.1. That's 64. Okay. So 58.40. 2320 and 64 times 40. 2560. But I should. So first round is normal damage. And second round is reduced damage. Okay, let's see how this one goes. 2280. 2252 was it? 2200. 240. So So still, it's 40 less than what I expect. Maybe there's like just 2 eighths. What? 201720. That's because they are already at 70 strength. Yeah, but so am I. One 880 1640 15. It makes very little fucking sense. So at 9 it's completely fucking different. Because with 9 we see a steady decrease in combat efficiency, it looks like. What the fuck, man? I gotta look at that. Alright. Combat dice 9. Event test dot 2. Yep. Oh shit. Okay. 2520. Okay, 2280 2250. 240 220. Yeah. So still, the general trend remains that it's 40 less than expected. So no rounding down. Or actually, here it is a rounding down. But here is 40 less than expected after rounding down. So 40 less despite rounding down. But this time we see them going. That was 2280. So 120 down every time. 2120. Yeah, well, that's shock to be expected. 2017-20, huh? It keeps going down by the same amount every time. So here it's just continuously. So here it doesn't appear to be thresholded. Again, it's fucking wonky as all hell. Fucking wonky as all hell. So 10, not thresholded at 9 dices. Oh, I had already loaded. Okay. So now I'm gonna cancel each other out at 10 or at 9 dices, and we'll see what happens. Test.2 for us, and then tag ESG event test.3 for them. Tag hell AI goods. Okay, and now need to see who is going to come out on top. Same at 9. At 9, same at the first one. But better for him already at the second one. Better for him on the third. Same. 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 That's slightly better. It looks like it could have been a rounding down, but the last one was pretty substantial though. But yeah, I think the game mechanics are kind of wonky because of there's like rounding up or down and it's not clear. So at 9, also increase of reduction is better than damage, but very slightly. It's still very slight. It's only a 40 difference. But it means they don't just cancel each other out, so it's not a 1 plus thing minus. Okay. So now we gotta test if we can go under the amount of dices. Can go under the amount of dices. Yeah. Let's check that out. Attack 0. Or combat. Dice 0. Okay. Kill those. Tag hell. So this time we're attacking -1. And it should reduce our dices. Okay. So this time -1 terrain. So both should be 560. Or no, mine should not be. 560. So same for him. but 360 for me. So you can definitely reduce. So maybe you can reduce to 0. So yeah, he doesn't deal more damage. So terrain only affects casualties of attacker. Alright, so alright, it's a big difference though. Look at that. Just grotesque. Good. Now we're gonna do the test and see if he has a 6 leader and I have, or I should actually only do a 3 leader. If he has a 3 leader and I have a 0 leader, like, will I deal 0 damage? Because I should have 0 pips when attacking. The answer is no, obviously, but we'll see. Okay. Tag ESG. Leader 3303. Yeah. Tag hell. All right. Conclusion 11 is base casualties can be under 15 with terrain. Okay. Okay, AI. I did the same damage though. So his thing. So conclusion 12. His defensive leader pip didn't reduce my base casualties under 15. That's crazy. It's like they're only offensive, actually. But if we both have a 6/6, we both deal 6/6. They cancel each other out, though. Then they cancel each other out. Right. Leader 6663. Tag ESG. Tag ESG. Leader 6653. Tag hell. AI. Yeah, then they cancel each other out. So leader pips do cancel each other out, but can't reduce it under the base casualties. Uh-huh. That's okay. I see. So if I had like somehow -4 if I was landing on mountains, then maybe I could actually deal 0 damage if I roll a 0. But maybe there's like a minimum of 5. But I can't test that for now. That's really interesting. Okay. So there's a minimum of 15. Now I should do the same test, but this time with 6 and into the mountain, like, or into the fort. Tag ESG. Let's kill this one. You do this. You go here. Leader 6653. Okay, tag hell. Leader 6663. AI. AI. Good. Okay, we'll see. It should be 560, 300 something. And it is. It is. So 14 leader pips. First retract. Then the spawn of darkness here. Then terrain. All right, now, just for curiosity's sakes, not really testing pips, but the question is, at what point in time, or at what dices is discipline better than 1 extra leader pip? So we're gonna do 5 dices. Gonna give myself a leader, 1-1. Should say 2-2. Let's make it 1-1-1-3. Attack. ESG. Which one is my guy? Six. Test.6. Discipline 10% and tag. Hell. AI. And I need one policy like this. So with okay, so at 5 combat dices, Pip's better than discipline. 5% discipline. Much fucking better. Alright, let's do this test again, but this time with I'm discussing some of the results of people. This time we do 9 combat dice. So as I said, on average you can already see one leader pip is clearly superior to discipline on average, because here with a 5 is the expected average result, clearly outperformed by 1 leader pip. So what did I do at so it was leader 1 1 1 3. Okay. So tag ESG combat dice 9, and here this guy, that's fine. 6, I think it was overdrive. 6, yeah. Test or test.6 tag hell, and I add 5% discipline. Now I do AI. Alright. So 5% discipline versus 1 pips at 9 dices. Same. 100% same. 100% same. Oh my god, discipline sucks compared to pips. Oh my god, discipline 9. That makes no sense. What? Discipline 5% is only as good as 1 leader pip if you throw a 9. Holy sh! What that makes? That makes no sense. What? What? That should not be how the equation works. Because if you throw a 5, you get a base casualty of 25. You get a base casualty of 40. Okay? Now, so with 9 plus 45, 60. So one has 60. Other one has 65. So we do 60 times 3.1. Alright, that's some pretty cool stuff. So now I'm supposed to reinforce somehow. Let's do the reinforcement tests. So one gets 10% discipline, but I'm going to activate all the pips as well. Okay, so we do combat dice 9. Okay, we have everything we need. Moral of armies, moral of armies. One of us gets the moral advisor. Perfect. Tag ESG. And one of them gets the discipline advisor. Okay. All good stuff. Now we go back to, right, I also need to do it like this. Tag hell. So we're exactly the same, but I have more moral. So I have a bit more because of power projection as well. And he has more discipline. We do this. I'm safe. I have to wait 1 month for this test. AI. Right. Okay. So this test is just to see if discipline ever wins against moral. Okay, on the 20 tag. Ah, my guys didn't retire in time, huh? Wait, did his guys win before his arrived? Maybe they just arrived at the same time. Maybe I should just send in everything in. Tag ESG. Do it like this. Right, well, I don't have a leader. It's pretty dumb. Let's just do this differently. Let's load up, put them the same amount. Of course, with moral, you would come later on, so, but, this will just be a disadvantage. Okay. This on an onset tag. Alright. So yeah, actually the moral discipline wins like this, but of course you should be reinforced. But then he reinforced. So actually 16